Alright, AMEX research has been out for a few months now and people still can't decide if it's a game changer or a complete waste of time. I'm Shri Kanase, I help e-commerce brands scale up to a 13x ROAS with Google Ads, and in this video, I'm giving you my honest take on the AMEX update and how it has actually performed across the accounts I manage. But before any of that, let me get one thing straight. AMEX research is not another campaign update which Google has put forth, rather it's a new setting which you can directly go within your existing search campaigns and actually toggle on and off. And in Google's own words, it's basically a one-stop solution, a one-click solution as they say, that brings the best of Google's AI into your search campaigns. And although it's been out for a few months now, it's still in beta version, but that's what makes things so much interesting with AMEX. Essentially, Google wanted to add two major things within your existing search campaigns. The first was search term matching, and second was asset optimization. The main goal behind this, in simple words, was to essentially allow a normal search campaign to go beyond the normal realm of search keywords which you had already introduced, and to further go deeper into Google's algorithm and the way it operates in the back end without having to rely on a user's inputs directly. And this was all done with the core focus of adding a few benefits to your overall search campaign approach, to your overall search campaign strategy, ranging from things like having incremental reach and performance, because now these search keywords would no longer just depend on what you provided the campaign strategy, but rather take them as a starting point and a guideline to then further allow the algorithm to customize things accordingly. But in addition, this was done to add more control, which I personally don't really agree with, and I'll go over later on in the video why, along with a few examples of the brands we work with. But according to Google, this meant allowing you to help reach specific customers based on their geographical intent at the ad group level, along with allowing brand controls. And to top all of this off, AMEX for search was introduced to allow more transparency in terms of the search term reports, because as we all know, with performance max campaigns and just general search campaigns focused on smart bidding, a lot of this control was taken away from us as these new updates came forth. I personally do agree that this is a big step up, but with all of these things in place, with all of these benefits that AI Max is supposed to bring forth, from improved performance to more relevant ads to more efficiency and transparency, what is the reality behind AMEX and what type of brand is this campaign type and this campaign setting actually good for? The thing is, not every brand is going to be successful with AMEX for search, and from my own experience, there's a few key pointers which I've realized in terms of AMEX and who this actually works the best for. The first is, if you already have a highly profitable brand, for example, in a situation like this where this brand already was spending thousands and thousands of dollars per month and generating a 3, 5, 7x ROI, well above the break-even margins, this was the brand where we implemented AMEX for search, and I'll go over the results shortly. But if your brand is in a similar situation where you're already very profitable and you are just trying to find ways to increase your search keyword type, the overall average monthly searches, etc., AMEX is perfect for your situation. Second situation where AMEX can actually work great is if you're more of a brand just starting out with Google Ads, or if you don't really have a proper strategy in place and you want to basically give Google more control to guide you towards the appropriate strategy, to guide you more towards the appropriate path, so that eventually there can be a winning approach found. AMEX is an absolute gem for you. Third brand that can be very profitable with AMEX is essentially a simple store with a small, clear product range. For example, this is another brand where we tried AMEX for search, and this was actually a brand where AMEX for search absolutely flopped. I'll go over why very shortly, but this was a brand we tried AMEX on simply because it had only a few select products, a few select SKUs, and they did not have like 10, 50 different subsections of products, rather just one or two major sections. If this is your brand, AMEX for search might be your next best bet. But basically, any brand owner who's looking for more of a set it and forget it approach, wants to take the lazy man's approach, as I like to call it, AMEX for search is going to be the best situation here, because again, a normal search campaign, a dynamic search campaign can only take your brand so far. But now let's talk about who should avoid AMEX, because reality is majority of the brands, at least 90% of the brands, should stay far away from AMEX for search. But before you kind of disregard AMEX for search completely and basically label it as a waste of time, hear me out. AMEX for search is essentially not an ideal approach for those brands that are already scaling with Google Ads and scaling with search campaigns and already have a dialed in search campaign strategy running. Because the thing is, from my experience, at least with, for example, a brand like this, AMEX for search essentially came in and it destroyed the original performance ads, as well as any new potential performance for quite some time. And this is just a risk you have to take, unfortunately, with AMEX for search, simply because it's in beta version. But if your brand already has an established search campaign, I highly recommend you avoid implementing AMEX for search across existing campaigns. Second is those accounts with strong ROI and predictable performance. The reality is anything that's in beta version with Google make it so your results become very unsteady and potentially unprofitable for a short period of time. If you don't want to deal with this inconsistency, you're already stable, you're already happy, then just forget about AMEX or search. Third is those brands with a lot of SKUs and just a lot of complex catalogs and multiple funnels. If you have different kind of complex needs for your brand and it requires you to have multiple different strategic approaches, AMEX for search might not be an ideal approach. Fourth is any brand that basically needs clear reporting, control, and predictability. If you are not after any types of instability, if you prefer to just have stable reports coming in so you can make your decisions, the business decisions at least accordingly, AMEX for search may not be the right approach, because there's a lot of information, key information that's missing from this campaign type, and it can make deciding on a fundamental level, on a top level, very, very difficult. And the final kind of brand that should not be using AMEX for search is a brand that is in a compliance heavy niche where Google's auto writing copy is dangerous. Because let's say you sell supplements, or let's say you sell some kind of fitness product, and AMEX for search essentially goes after certain keywords which might not be ideal, which might in Google's eyes be policy violating, then that's going to be a big burden on your shoulders, because now you have to ideally be on top of your negative keywords list. Or if you kind of take a step back because you're more of the set it and forget it approach kind of brand owner, in that situation, that might come to bite you in the behind, because what AMEX for search will do is essentially go after the wrong keywords, make it so that your entire account basically becomes in compliance with Google's policies, which will further down the road lead to policy violations, so on and so forth. But the reality is, if your brand and if your structure for your current Google ad strategy is not in place, AMEX for search should be the last thing on your mind. But with all of that being said, let me give you my own 2 cents of my own experience testing with AMEX for search. The first brand where we tested AMEX for search was essentially this brand right here. This is a fashion brand within the United States right now. This is under my Google Ads agency. We've been working with it for over 2 months at this point, but essentially we started these 2 AMEX tests on the side for 2 separate search campaigns. The first search campaign right here is essentially a generic search campaign, which was where we started AMEX for search on the 13th of November. And as we can see, since that time period, it's been running at a fairly decent ROI of a 3.05x, spent $14,000, which essentially spent the most out of any of these other search campaigns. So that's where AMEX for search actually shines. It can actually lead you to a bigger and broader pocket of the audience. And if things are right, if your foundation is right, if your feed and everything is on point along with the landing page, AMEX for search can be a very, very profitable entry point. The second campaign right here is actually a branded search campaign. The reason why we wanted to test with AMEX for search is because the original branded search campaign for this brand had been at a 90% search impression share, and all we wanted to do was give it a step forward to essentially go after any keywords we might be missing, any keywords the original campaign might not be reaching for. And essentially what shocked me was that overall AMEX for search helped in this situation, because it did increase the overall search impression share to roughly 96% and the click share to 75%. But what I noticed, which was a very powerful thing with AMEX for search, is that our search last IS rank essentially plummeted from like a 10 to 20% to now barely a 3%. This is super important because you don't want to be losing your out impression share and click share for your own brand name. And that was a big issue for this brand, because there's a lot of heavy competitors targeting this brand's keyword. So in this situation, it allowed us to scale to a fairly decent amount here with the branded search at a 10x ROI. But the key thing that happened with this generic AMEX for search ever since we started around the 13th of November is it did overall improve the clicks coming through, because it improved the search volume. And overall, we had a very decent scale from the 13th of November all the way up till now. So if we change this to, for example, the 14th of November and look at it basically until yesterday, which is December 13th, we can see that overall this campaign has spent $15,000 so far, made back $37,000 roughly at a 2.35x ROI. So although the ROAS was slightly sacrificed, we were able to scale a lot more in terms of the ad spend and make it more profitable for the brand in terms of the conversions coming in, because this brand has a very profitable backend. Second brand we tried AMX for search for was this brand right here, which is a brand that sells grounding sheets, grounding mats, everything grounding related. And unfortunately in this situation, although everything was right for AMX to work, in this case, it ended up being a big disaster for this brand. And that's simply because if we look all the way right over here, we added a simple note as to when AMX for search was actually enabled. So on October 1st, we enabled AMX for search for this account. And if we look the prior time period, so for example, from September 1st all the way to September 30th, we can see that overall this brand was at a fairly decent level of scale. The ROAS was at a 2.27x. The break even for this is a 1.5. So this was profitable in this situation. We had spent $8,000, made back $18,000. But once we enabled AMX for search, there's something that happened that actually shocked me to the core. And that was, there was something that happened when we enabled AMX for search on an external search campaign, which essentially destroyed all of the results for this brand. So if we change the time period now from September 1st to November 28th, when we launched AMX for search on October 1st, if you notice right here, the overall red line, which is the number of conversions coming in, essentially started to plummet significantly. The cost, if we look at the cost, it remained fairly steady. There was no kind of drastic change with the cost, but conversions started to decrease immediately the moment after AMX was enabled, and the ROAS followed along with it. So the ROAS, although it was at a 2.10x in some situations, 3x even in one of those days, what happened is because the conversions dropped, the overall revenue dropped as well for the brand until it was at a point where it was completely unprofitable. We were barely getting one sale a day. And this was a complete disaster for this brand simply because AMX for search was started on a campaign which was an existing search campaign and historically performing extremely well. So this is kind of my biggest learning from AMX for search. And personally, if I were to test AMX for search at this point of time, there's a few things that I would never do with an AMX for search again. The first major thing I would never do is to turn it on an existing main search campaign. Just stay away from this, because if you already have a winning strategy, the last thing you want to do is go in and start AMX for search just for the sake of testing, because all this will do is increase your chances of having your revenue drop and your profitability drop as a result. It can be very unstable. And again, if you already have a winning search campaign strategy, this is the last thing you want to do. Second thing I would do right now, if I were to test AMX for search again, is to create a separate search campaign, let it run for at least 7 to 14 days at a minimum of $50 to $100 per day ad spend, at a $50 to $100 per day budget, and then let it gather some profitable sales, let it gather some profitable data. Because the thing is, AMX for search is an automated addition to your existing search campaign. So if things are not already profitable, if things are not already working, you can't just expect AMX for search to be this magical switch that just turns on and scales your brand to the very next level. Third thing I would do with AMX for search is to go above and beyond with the keywords, using negatives or having more of a structure where 80% of my budget is going towards campaigns which are not AMX for search, and 20% of my budget or less is going towards AMX for search related campaigns. What this will do is it will spread your risk and allow you to still remain profitable, keep things steady while having a proper structure in place. In addition to that, once you start AMX for search, if I were to start it right now, I would let it run for a minimum of 30 to 45 days, because reality is AMX for search is still in beta version, and the more data you can give it, the more you can allow the algorithm to optimize off of it, the better it will perform and the more your brand will scale. Because the reality is, without proper structure in place, without proper rules in place, AMX for search is your worst enemy. But now this brings me to the question of the bigger picture with automation versus strategy. It's no secret that Google is pushing for automation. I mean, with all of the updates we see here, with even all of the things Google mentioned that AMX for search is supposed to do on my screen right here, it's no joke that Google is taking automation very seriously. And within 2026, within 2027, we can expect to see a lot more automated changes coming forward, a lot more updates, which will basically give Google a lot more control and steal a lot of the control from our hands. But the reality is, with how smart artificial intelligence is becoming, with how smart these updates are becoming now with the data coming in, the time is not far away when AMX for search or any other automated piece of extension with Google Ads will be a lot smarter than a normal user like yourself or myself. And that's just something we have to kind of take into account as e-commerce brand owners, and that's just something we will have to eventually deal with. But what I've come to realize now, running AMX for search across tens and tens of different brands, is AMX for search actually exposes the bad brands. These are the brands with a very weak foundation, with a very weak fundamental in place. So So don't blame the game, blame the player of the game. If AMEX or search is not working for you and you've already made sure that you're following the previous things I mentioned in this video, problem probably lies within the foundations of your business. Problem probably lies within the strategy that you run. So the reality is AMEX for search essentially expose your weak points. Oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. I'm sharing a lot more content on Google Ads based on my own personal experiences and showing you exactly how you can apply these strategies and tactics to scale your own brand. So with all of that, that's my honest take on AMEX after testing it for the past few months. And look, if your brand is already doing $50,000 a month or more, I would genuinely love to chat with you and show you what we can do for your brand with Google Ads. Just scan the QR code or click the first link in the description and let's see how far we can scale your brand together.